My name is Sophia and I am a poet-playwright, and I wrote a play called The Past is Still Ahead. I wrote a book of poetry. It was called A Bouquet of Poetry, and it was a collection of my verse from 1986 when I was quite young, still a child, and it was published by the Gorky Literary Institute back in 2007, and I had a book signing in Moscow. And I invited all the literary people of the day, and a director came from the Mayakovsky Academic Art Theater who had been working there for almost 40 years, and he read my book and he said, "You write exactly like Marina Tsvetaeva and you remind me so much of that staccato verse, and I think you should write a play on her life. That would be very interesting. I had never met anyone that wrote so much like her." So that's where the idea for the play The Past is Still Ahead came about. My play is about one of the greatest Russian poetess, Marina Tsvetaeva, and it's about the last day of her life as she succumbed to death at the hands of the secret police, the secret Soviet police, in 1941. Those days were tumultuous. And basically the play revolves around her unraveling her entire life before our eyes as she writes a desperate letter to Stalin in order to pardon her husband, who was considered an enemy of the state. So the play basically deals with that calamity in her life, her loves, her trysts, her extraordinary staccato verse, which is her poetry. The way she handled men was certainly unconventional for that time. And she also took trips abroad, so she had a vast palette to deal with. She was an incredible writer and unfortunately harassed by the unbearable hand of the Soviet sickle at that period of time. The Past is Still Ahead opens on July 23rd and will run for 3 performances until July 28th.